A woman walked into airport security last month with a device inside her body that has kept her alive for years. She walked out in an ambulance. Not because of her condition, because of a scanner she never should have gone through, and a TSA agent who never should have sent her there. In 2026, the rules around medical devices at airport security changed, and most passengers have absolutely no idea. Not just the big devices, not just the obvious ones, all of them. And the agents enforcing those rules? A lot of them do not know what changed either. Stay with me through number 7, because that one could genuinely save your life. Let's start with the easiest one, because it builds from here. Hearing aids can stay in your ears through every single scanner at the checkpoint. No removal required, no disclosure needed. But here is the catch that is tripping people up in 2026. Rechargeable hearing aid cases. The little charging pods that come with newer models are now being flagged as electronics at some checkpoints because the lithium battery inside falls under the same rules as any other lithium battery. So the hearing aids themselves stay in your ears. But the charging case? Keep it in your carry-on bin, not buried in your bag and not in your pocket. Treat it like a phone or small electronic and pull it out proactively. It saves the conversation before it starts. CPAP machines are not a confiscation risk, but they are an absolute rules minefield, and most travelers have no idea. TSA does not count your CPAP as your carry-on allowance. It is classified as a medical device with its own separate allowance. You can bring it in addition to your carry-on and personal item. But your CPAP must come out of its bag for X-ray screening, just like a laptop, even with TSA pre-check. The 2026 update that caught a lot of travelers off guard is the spare battery rule. If your lithium battery backup is over 100 watt-hours, you now need airline pre-approval before your flight, not TSA approval. Airline approval. Call the airline directly. Do not just book online and assume it is fine. And never pack your CPAP in checked luggage. The pressure and temperature changes in the cargo hold can permanently damage the motor. It flies with you. Always. This is the first device on this list where the rule change could stop you from boarding entirely, not slow you down, stop you completely. The FAA requires airline pre-approval for portable oxygen concentrators, and that approval needs to happen 48 to 72 hours before your flight. Not the morning of. Your concentrator also needs to be an FAA-approved model, and not all brands qualify. Here is the rule most people have never heard. If your battery cannot last 150% of the flight duration, you may be denied boarding. That buffer exists because of potential delays and diversions. Some airlines also charge for access to an onboard power outlet if you need to run the device during the flight. Call the airline directly. Confirm your specific model is approved. Confirm the battery requirement, and ask about power outlet access. Do this days before your trip, not the night before. This is the device that TSA agents keep getting wrong, and the consequences are not minor. Medtronic, Tandem, Omnipod, every major insulin pump manufacturer explicitly warns against sending their device through the AIT body scanner or X-ray. The radiation can damage the pump. This is in the manufacturer documentation. It is not a rumor. TSA's own policy says passengers can request a pat-down instead, but agents frequently do not know this and pressure passengers to go through the scanner anyway. There are real documented cases of pumps malfunctioning after screening. Carry the manufacturer's TSA notification card, available on the manufacturer's website, and when you reach the checkpoint,
tell the first agent, I have an insulin pump. I need a visual inspection and a pat-down. I cannot go through the body scanner.
Say it clearly. Say it early. If an agent insists on the scanner, ask for a supervisor immediately. You have the legal right to refuse. Use it. Over 1 million knee and hip replacements happen in the United States every year, and the overwhelming majority of those patients are over 55. What most people do not know is that you can request to skip the metal detector entirely TSA does not accept it as official proof, but it speeds up the conversation, so carry it. Wear shorts or pants you can easily roll up on travel days, and give yourself an extra 30 minutes at the checkpoint, because rushing it makes everything harder. I need to tell you about an active lawsuit. A woman's spinal cord stimulator was destroyed when TSA agents forced her through an AIT body scanner against her explicit verbal protests. The device had to be surgically removed and replaced, and she is now suing TSA. The lawsuit was filed in March 2026, and it is still active. Spinal cord stimulators contain sensitive electronics that electromagnetic fields can permanently damage. This is not theoretical. This is documented. So here is what you do. The moment you reach the checkpoint, verbally and clearly request a pat-down. Do not wait to see what the agent suggests. Do not walk toward the scanner. Say it first. If the agent insists, ask for a supervisor. You have the legal right to refuse that scanner, and that lawsuit proves pushing back matters. This is the one I told you to wait for, and here is why. TSA's own website says, and I am quoting directly, "You should not be screened by a walk-through metal detector if you have a pacemaker." Those are TSA's words, not mine, and yet passengers with pacemakers are still being directed through metal detectors by agents who never ask whether they have one. Electromagnetic interference from those scanners can reprogram or disable a pacemaker, and this is documented in medical literature. The 2026 update, most patients do not know about. Newer leadless pacemakers. Models like the Micra and the Avio interact with scanners differently than traditional models, and most patients do not know which type they have. Carry your device ID card on your body, not in your bag. The moment you join the security line, tell the very first agent, "I have a pacemaker. I need a hand wand screening and a pat-down. I cannot go through the metal detector." Do not wait until you are standing at the machine. Do not assume the agent will ask. And if anyone tries to rush you toward a scanner, stop moving, ask for a supervisor, and do not take a single step forward until one arrives. Your life is not worth 30 seconds of saved time.
Checked bags get lost. They get delayed. Sometimes they don't even make it onto your flight. Now imagine your blood pressure pills, or insulin, sitting in that missing suitcase. Disaster. Always keep medication in your carry-on. It stays with you. It's accessible mid-flight, and it can't vanish into some airport black hole. Rule number 1, if you need it, it never leaves your side. In the US, TSA doesn't care. You can use a weekly pill organizer, but here's the catch. Mystery pills can slow you down. Original pharmacy bottles, they're faster, easier, and leave no questions. Flying internationally, no debate. Organizers are a red flag. Customs want labels, your name, and doctor info. So, inside the US, organizers are fine. Abroad, bottles only. Period. Forget the 3.4-ounce rule. In 2025, medical liquids are exempt. Cough syrup, insulin, prescription creams, gel packs, all allowed. The secret? Separate and declare. Pull them out in a clear bag. Tell TSA, these are medical liquids. They'll screen them separately, or even do a visual check if you ask. Hide them? You'll trigger a bag search. Declare them? You fly through with zero stress. Yes, you can bring syringes, but they must travel with the medication therefore. Insulin vials, EpiPens, inhalers, all are allowed. Keep them in a hard case for safety. Wearing a pump or CGM? Just tell the TSA officer. You don't have to remove it. And here's a hidden gem, the TSA Cares program. Call 72 hours before your flight, and they'll assign help to guide you through security. Loose pills in a Ziploc? Technically allowed, but risky. If they look suspicious, TSA might pull you aside. Best move? Keep pills in original bottles. Pharmacy label equals instant proof they're legit. For supplements or vitamins, a labeled pill organizer is fine. And remember, security is faster when your meds look organized, not sketchy. The 3.4-ounce rule? It does not apply to medicine. Prescription creams, syrups, gels, even ice packs for insulin, all exempt. But you can't just toss them in your bag. Put medical liquids in a clear pouch, separate from toiletries. Step up to security, declare them, and you're good. Hide them, and you'll trigger a bag search every time. Left your pills at home? Don't panic. Most countries let pharmacies issue an emergency refill, but only if you have proof. A photo of your prescription, a doctor's note, or even the pill bottle label can work. No proof? You're stuck with over-the-counter substitutes. So always snap a picture of your prescriptions before you fly. It could save your trip and your health. Long flight? Tempted to pop a sleep pill with that glass of wine? Bad idea. Alcohol can amplify side effects, making you groggy, dizzy, or even dangerously drowsy. Some medications also clash with melatonin or herbal remedies. The result? Confusion, nausea, or worse. Always check before mixing, because the wrong combo mid-air isn't just uncomfortable, it's risky. Crossing time zones throws off more than just your sleep. It can mess with your medication schedule too. Many travelers skip doses, thinking they'll catch up later. That's a mistake. Missing critical meds, like for blood pressure or diabetes, can cause serious problems mid-flight. The fix? Talk to your doctor before you travel and adjust your schedule safely, because airports are stressful enough without a health scare added in. That free drink on the plane might feel tempting, but mix it with certain meds, and you're asking for trouble. Alcohol can amplify side effects like drowsiness, dizziness, or even nausea. On a flight, that's the last thing you want. Some meds and alcohol can even strain your liver or heart. So before you toast with that tiny wine bottle, double check. Sometimes the smartest choice is just sticking with water at 35,000 feet. Think you can just grab your meds at the airport? Bad idea. Airport pharmacies are limited, overpriced, and often don't stock what you actually need. Even simple prescriptions may be unavailable. And if you're abroad, the brand names may be completely different. That quick stop could leave you boarding without your medication. Always pack what you need from home, in the original bottle, so there are no surprises at the gate. Traveling with medication doesn't have to be stressful, but forgetting the rules, or leaving things to chance, can turn your trip into a nightmare. Keep your pills in original bottles. Pack them in your carry-on, never your checked bag. And always carry a doctor's note if you need larger quantities. Do this and you'll breeze through airports without worry, because the last thing you want is your medicine turning into a security problem. Ladies, listen up. Those fancy new cordless straighteners that run on butane cartridges? TSA hates them. The butane is a pressurized gas. If you put this in a checked bag, it is treated as a hazardous explosive. You can bring one in your carry-on, but it must have a safety cover over the heating element. If you pack a spare butane refill, confiscate it immediately, no exceptions. Seniors love these for cold flights, but they are a trap. The vest itself is just fabric, but the battery pack inside is pure lithium. I see people fold the vest and check it, forgetting the battery is still zipped in the pocket. You can check the vest, but you must unplug and remove the battery and carry it with you in the cabin. Do not leave it connected. So, if you bought a suitcase with a built-in charger or GPS tracker, you really need to be careful. If that battery doesn't pop out, then, well, that bag is not flying. Airlines are stricter than ever about non-removable batteries in 2026. You must be able to eject the battery with just one finger. And if you're forced to gate check your carry-on, you have to rip that battery out before handing it over. If it's stuck, the bag stays behind. These are super popular for anyone with arthritis or poor circulation. But, unlike the old shake-to-activate packets, the electric ones are actually high-density batteries. You need to treat these exactly like a cell phone. They live in your carry-on. Never, ever check them. Now, let's talk about medical gear. Your CPAP machine is expensive, so you carry it on. But what about the spare battery for the flight? Spare medical batteries often exceed the normal size limits. You are allowed to bring them, but they must be in your carry-on and protected from short-circuiting. Use electrical tape over the terminals or keep them in their original box. Never check a loose medical battery. If you use old-school zinc air batteries with the sticker tabs, you can pack those anywhere. But the new rechargeable hearing aid cases? Those have lithium batteries inside the charging case itself. The hearing aids are in your ears, but the charger case must go in your carry-on, not your checked luggage. This is critical. You cannot check a battery-powered POC. The pressure changes in the cargo hold can affect the device, and the batteries are a fire risk. Bring it on board, and ensure you have enough battery life for 150% of the flight duration. Airlines require that buffer in case of delays. This is the most complex rule in travel. If you have a collapsible electric scooter or wheelchair, you cannot just fold it and hand it to the baggage handler. You usually need to disconnect the battery and bring the battery into the cabin with you. The frame goes under. The power source stays with you. Check with your airline 48 hours in advance. Just like the CPAP, the tabletop plug-in nebulizers are fine in checked bags, but the portable handheld ones with built-in batteries, carry on only. If it has a battery you can't see, assume it's dangerous. This one isn't about fire, it's about panic. If your toothbrush turns on inside your checked bag, the vibration sets off alarms. Baggage handlers think it's an improvised explosive device. They will open your bag and tear it apart to find the noise. Tape the power button down or use a hard travel case. Don't let it buzz. Same logic here. A buzzing bag is a suspicious bag. Engage the travel lock if your razor has one. If not, put it in your carry-on so you can prove what it is if it starts making noise. You might think, I'll just read my Kindle at the hotel, so you check it. Don't. Tablets have large, flat batteries that are easily punctured if a heavy suitcase lands on top of them. A punctured battery means a fire. All screens stay in the cabin. It keeps them safe from theft and crushing. There is a huge rumor that Lufthansa and other airlines banned AirTags. They are allowed. The battery inside an AirTag contains only 0.3 grams of lithium. That is well below the danger threshold. You can keep them in your checked luggage to track your bags. They are safe. Finally, the laptop. Sometimes you have to check it because your carry-on is full. If you check it while it's in sleep mode, it can wake up, overheat, and ignite the clothes around it. If you absolutely must check a laptop, power it down completely. Not sleep. Not hibernate. Off.
Once considered stylish and organized, those little leather passport covers are now more of a hassle than a help. TSA officers require you to remove your passport every single time you go through security. That means unzipping, unfolding, fumbling, and slowing down the line every time. What to do instead? Keep your passport easily accessible in a jacket or bag pocket just for the security line. Once you're through, move it to a secure zipped inner pocket or travel pouch. And always snap a photo of your passport's info page. Store it securely on your phone in case of loss or theft abroad. Your big everyday wallet doesn't belong on international trips. It's bulky, full of unused cards, and a goldmine for digital pickpockets. Modern thieves can skim credit cards right through your purse or pocket. What to pack instead? A minimalist RFID blocking travel wallet with only the essentials. One credit card, your ID, and a backup. The smaller your wallet, the safer and easier it is to manage on the move. If you've been using the same power bank since 2018, it's time to retire it. Older models can overheat and even pose fire risks mid-flight. That's why airlines ban them from checked luggage. Upgrade tip. Modern chargers now include built-in safety sensors that regulate temperature. Brands like Anker and Belkin have models with automatic shut-off features, small, powerful, and safe to carry on board. So, those soft duffel bags that hang from your shoulder might look adventurous. Yeah, they really do. But after like 3 terminals and 2 layovers, they'll totally destroy your back. Even those so-called crossbody duffels are just awkward to carry, especially when you're rushing through airports. Here's a smart swap. Use a rolling duffel or a compact spinner backpack. They just glide effortlessly through terminals, fit overhead, and honestly, they'll save your shoulders from some serious strain. If your suitcase still has just 2 wheels, you'll notice the difference instantly. Dragging it behind you through those long airport corridors is, well, pretty inefficient and exhausting. So, upgrade to a 4-wheeled spinner suitcase. You can push it upright, navigate narrow aisles, and just glide into restrooms or cafes without wrestling your luggage through tight spaces. It's honestly one of those upgrades you'll never regret. Big, bulky toiletry kits are a nightmare for modern travelers. They take up like half your suitcase and make you pack way more than you actually need. The smarter move? Use modular pouches or stackable travel kits. Just separate your liquids, skincare, and grooming tools into smaller sections that fit right inside your carry-on. It's lighter, more flexible, and hey, TSA loves it. Alright folks, packing shoes for, every situation is one of the oldest travel mistakes in the book. Heavy sneakers and boots, well, they waste valuable luggage space and add weight that airlines just love to charge for. So, try this instead. Wear your bulkiest pair on the plane and pack one lightweight pair for walking. And hey, if you need sneakers, get waterproof travel shoes with removable insoles. They're compact, comfortable, and can handle almost any destination. They might look cozy, but ponchos are a nightmare inside airplane cabins. They snag on armrests, fall into neighboring seats, and make bathroom breaks way too complicated. A better choice? A fitted sweater or travel wrap that keeps you warm without getting tangled. Cashmere or merino wool is ideal. Soft, breathable, and never bulky. So, the old inflatable neck pillows are officially retired. They deflate mid-flight, lose shape, and make sleeping upright nearly impossible. Here's the modern fix. Use a structured travel pillow with built-in chin or side support. The best ones fold flat or clip to your carry-on handle, saving space while keeping your head supported the entire flight. So, those bulky converter blocks you plug into adapters? Yeah, they're pretty outdated. They're heavy, inefficient, and honestly unnecessary for most modern electronics these days. Instead, what you should do is buy dual voltage devices like curling irons, shavers, and laptop chargers. Then, just pack one simple plug adapter that matches your destination. It's lighter, safer, and, way less frustrating. Traditional wired or over-ear headphones take up too much space and, honestly, tangle way too easily. They also make it harder to move freely during long-haul flights, which is just not ideal. Better upgrade. Use wireless earbuds with noise cancellation and a short safety tether. They save space, reduce clutter, and still block out crying babies and engine noise.